Hello everyone, today's class deals with searching for accommodation. Trying to find an apartment in a foreign country can be a stressful experience. This class is designed to familiarize you with the vocabulary and phrases used in most English-speaking countries. Some vocabulary may vary slightly from country to country. For example, in England, apartments are often referred to as flats. You'll be perfectly understood, however, if you use the word apartment. So let's take a closer look at some of the vocabulary. A credit report. A complete history of a person's paying habits. People are given grades called credit ratings for how well they pay off their debt. When a person moves into an apartment, landlords often request credit reports to find out if a person regularly pays on time. Concierge. A person in an apartment building who takes care of the building and checks the people who enter and leave. To deposit. To put money in a bank. A deposit. Money which is given to ensure that something will be returned or remain in good condition. To fill out. To complete a form by writing in the information. Furnished. Having furniture used with apartments or rental properties. A landlord. The man who runs an apartment building or property. A landlady. The woman who runs an apartment building or property. Non-refundable. Cannot be returned. Usually referring to a deposit. A reference. A person or written letter which will provide information about your character and history. It is common to provide a landlord with references who will say that you are a good person who will not cause problems. To sublet. To rent your apartment temporarily to someone else. A tenant. A person who is renting a room or apartment. Fill in all the gaps using the new vocabulary. Hi, I'm calling because I read your ad in the newspaper. It said you were trying your one-room apartment for the next year. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Certainly. Will the apartment be... Yes, the apartment will have a couch, a small dinner table with 2 chairs, a refrigerator, a washing machine, and a queen-size bed. Great. I've just moved here and I haven't bought any furniture yet. The facilities are very nice and have access to a swimming pool, a sauna, and a laundry room. The is excellent as well. If there are any problems at all, you can contact him and he'll take care of everything. It sounds perfect. If you're interested, you need to pick up an application form, complete it, and return it to me by Friday, along with a check for £30. We'll get back to you within a week and let you know our decision. Do I get the £30 back if you rent the apartment to someone else? No, the £30 is... We use the money to order a copy of your... We need to find out about your history of paying bills. I just moved here from Toronto. I don't think that will work in my case. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you weren't from here. In that case, when the form, make sure you include 3 that we can contact to find out a little bit more about you. No problem. Oh, I forgot to ask about the rent. The rent is £950 per month, and there is a cleaning of £450 when you move in. Sounds good. Here are some tips when looking for an apartment. Be proactive. While the internet is an easy way to search for housing, it is not always the most up-to-date way to find accommodation. To get the best selection, you have to select the neighborhood that you want to live in first and look at every real estate office window to see what they have to offer. Estate agents or private landlords? Private landlords are not regulated. They can often be cheaper as you won't be paying additional fees. Agents normally have minimum rental terms, whereas private landlords can be more flexible. The smaller local agencies often have the best customer service reputation. It may be a waiting game. You may have to wait for your dream apartment. Often the apartments that are immediately available have sat on the market for a while, and there is a reason that they are ready immediately. Budgeting. You'll probably have to commit to a number of monthly outgoings. The biggest initial cost is a deposit. Estate agents often charge administration fees for their part in the renting process. These could be one-off payments for things such as signing a contract, checking your bank references, or renewal charges for signing up for an extended rental period. Put in an offer. There's a great deal that can be negotiated when placing an offer on an apartment, including rental price, pets, and removal of furniture. Of course, if you're bidding against others, you may end up having to pay more than the asking price. Inventory of household contents. Always ensure you're provided with an accurate inventory listing all the fixtures and fittings within the property, describing their condition and the current state of the house. Take photographs of the whole property once you've moved in and submit this inventory to the agency or landlord as soon as possible. Tenancy agreements. Don't sign a tenancy agreement without reading it. If you have a shared tenancy, it is likely that you'll be responsible for the actions of your co-tenants. Take note of the length of notice period you're required to give when leaving, the length of advance notice the landlord has to give you, and what your rights are when leaving the property. Do not let yourself get pressured into signing anything, even if you're desperate. There are always interim options, such as hostels or couch surfing, while you're searching for a suitable apartment. Hold up your end of the bargain. No rental situation is perfect. However, you can make things easier on yourself by being a good tenant. Pay your rent on time. If you have loud parties, notify the neighbors beforehand. And that brings us to the end of today's class. For more information on our one-to-one classes with a native speaking teacher, please visit speakeasy1to1.com. Thanks for watching.